Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight's episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. We're here in Chapter 4, Episode 3, and we've got the crew back. CJ, Joey, Estelle, Nate, and Chris.
Howdy.
How we doing, everybody?
Doing great.
Fantastic.
Nice. That's what I like to hear. And it's chilly here in the New York tri-state area. It is a brisk night outside. Let's see. What's the temperature? What do you think it is? Want to do a guessing game here? No, don't look it up. What do you think it is based on the feel?
33.
13.
It's 17.
9.
Is this like Price is Right? You get $1.
Yeah.
$1.
0 degrees. Are you wait, Celsius rules or Fahrenheit rules?
We're going Fahrenheit because we live in
Fahrenheit.
America. Okay.
Yeah.
So Fahrenheit. CJ, you said 9.
9.
Estelle, what'd you say?
13.
13. Nate?
17.
Chris?
What was the question again?
The temperature outside.
Well, currently on my computer it says 11.
Oh, well, I said no. Oh, man. Okay. And
He's that kid in
Joey?
class.
Joey?
33.
33. Well, you are very wrong, Joey, because it's well below freezing. But
Jesus.
Chris, actually, you live further than some of us do to the New York City area. I'm going New York City temperature right now. It is 19 degrees Fahrenheit.
No.
9? How much?
19.
A balmy
19.
19.
So that would be Nate. Nate, it is
Excellent.
it is the winner. You got 17,
I
right?
didn't I didn't look, but it says 17 where I'm at.
Oh, where you're at. Okay. You must be
and I'm loving
closer
it.
to Chris. Closer to Chris, I think.
A
I
little bit.
am.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually
Man.
13 degrees where I am.
Oh,
Ooh.
look at this. I've cheated you all. It's warmer in the city that never sleeps. Look at this. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the YouTube
Mine's
chat.
just-
We appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much for staying with us here in the live chat. You've got a great episode coming for you tonight. We left last episode on a cliffhanger. We'll jump into the recap in the game in just a minute, but a couple of updates. We did have a switcheroo this year. We pulled an old switcheroo. We had Curse of Strahd swap weeks with Eldritch Castle. So yesterday, you could see Nate and Estelle in Eldritch Castle. We was episode 5? Yeah, episode 5. Yeah. Episode 5 last night, and it was a doozy. It was awesome. Go check that out. Apologies if it was last minute notice, you didn't catch the stream and you wanted to see Eldritch Castle. We will be hopefully finishing that campaign soon. We're working on a finale date for that one. But that is coming along nicely. And then, of course, next week, Curse of Strahd will be back on Tuesdays. It's normal scheduling for maybe ever for Tuesdays. Well, not forever, till the end of the season. But it's going to be back on Tuesdays and probably going weekly at this point, because Eldritch Castle will be finishing up. We're going to find a special time for Eldritch Castle's finale, and then of course you're here for Vecna, Eve of Ruin. So we're going to jump back into it. But real quick question to all of you: I was eating dinner tonight, and we had these, Hawaiian rolls, the King's Hawaiian rolls.
Familiar?
Those things are so good. Like when I get a bag of those, it ends up being like I have 1 or 2 with dinner, then I have 1 or 2 after dinner, and then I just say, well, you know what? The bag's almost empty at this point. Let me just finish off all the other 13 that are left. And it just ends up being I eat all of these Hawaiian rolls. And I feel like this happens every time I get a bag. They last no more than like 2 days in my house. What's one thing that you just like when you eat it, you can't stop? It's automatic. You got to finish the bag, or it goes like that because you love these. What's something that you eat that you can't stop? What is it? What do you got?
Pringles, man.
Pringles. That's a good one, CJ.
That was their
Yep.
whole slogan during a period of time, wasn't it?
That
Yeah.
was Lay's potato chips. No
was it
Lay's
one
potato chips?
can eat just one. No one can.
Look
But
at
like-
this.
But Pringles was like, once
Clearly,
you
Chris
pop, you
never
can't
popped.
stop.
I was about to
Uh,
say.
Yeah.
Sounds like they
Oh,
copied it.
once you pop, you can't stop. That is
That was
correct.
because you would pop the top of that Pringles can and you could not stop eating Pringles.
No, it is true. You just devour the can.
Yeah. So I don't have Pringles in my house anymore.
Chris, I think I just saw you put up something that's really good too. What do you got there?
Yeah, I can't. I buy these things and I just can't stop eating them until the bag is gone, and then I weep when they're gone. Like my soul is empty.
For those listening, what do you got in your hand there?
These are Cadbury mini eggs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they come out around Easter time. Oh my god!
Did you like buy them in preparation for Easter already?
I bought them about 5 minutes ago, and the bag's already gone.
They're so good.
No, I'm kidding. But I did buy them very recently, and the bag just disappeared on me. And right now, I can smell the. Oh,
Just the sugar. Yeah. So good. What about you, Estelle? What's a treat that you just can't give up? You just gotta finish.
I really like licorice, but I go through that less because I feel very, very compelled to, and more because I have stiff competition. So if I don't enjoy it as soon as possible, someone else will.
Who's
And I
taking
can't
your
have that.
licorice? Who's taking your licorice? But I want to know. I'd be like, keep it, please. Keep
Yeah.
the licorice.
I was gonna say.
you win.
So that's
you
who's
win the
keeping them in
licorice.
business.
Interesting. Is there a preference of the licorice? Like, is it? We're
Red.
not talking Twizzlers, are we? Are we talking like
No, no.
Twizzlers? Red Vine?
No, red licorice. There's like this Australian brand you can get at Trader Joe's sometime.
Oh, the Australian licorice.
Yeah, right?
So good.
Hmm.
Oh,
Right?
try
man.
It's
this.
so good.
Interesting. I've never had that.
Whenever
I have
we
to go to
host,
Trader Joe's.
whenever we host like a like friends meetup or whatever, my wife gets like all these things from Trader Joe's. She gets a bag of Australian licorice, and it's like gone before the guests even arrive.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
good.
these are the foods. This is what I want to know. This is what I need to know. So we got Australian licorice, the Cadbury eggs, Pringles, Hawaiian rolls. Nate, keep it rolling.
Or gotta be Oreos for me.
Oh,
Growing up, so first off, when I eat Oreos, it's always with milk. I mean, because I don't know who won, but a great strategy if you're eating massive amounts of Oreos is to use a fork. Now, hear me out. You put the prongs
What?
into the cream of the Oreo, right?
Hold on, I'm
And then
writing
you
this
just
down.
put the whole fork right into the glass of milk. The whole Oreo is milked. You know what I mean?
Whole Oreo. Got
And
it.
it's and then you can just take the fork out and it's right there. And this is better for mass consumption, right? If you're having 2 or 3, get the fingers in there, you know. But my
Stick a
brother
fork
and I
in
used
me.
to literally split a bag when we were in high
Wow.
school, like a whole Oreo, all 3 sleeves.
Wow.
Uh,
That's
I'm still
impressive.
caught on using a fork for Oreos.
It's
Yeah.
like you're
Well,
gonna
you
sit
don't have
down in
that
front of the
little bit.
couch, you know, and you're gonna
That little
you're
dry
gonna
bit
relax.
when you use your fingers.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's that little dry bit when you use your fingers.
Yeah,
'Cause you
I
can't
like
dip-
a
you're not
full
gonna dip your finger
360.
into
You know, I spread
milk.
butter to
It's
the edge of the
gross.
slice. You know, I'm
My problem with Oreos is that I just take them apart and then I have like one Oreo with like 17 creams and then another Oreo on top.
Oh man, you do a science experiment with your Oreos.
Oh yeah, I totally do that.
Jeez.
I was gonna say honorable mention to
Legos.
like cheap Chinese food because I always end up with a stomach ache because I'll just eat, and all of a sudden I like won't realize I'm full.
Yeah.
It's just so yummy.
Interesting. Wow, the Oreo thing's got me going. This fork, I got to try this next time. We got a whole bag upstairs actually.
No,
We
it
bought
sounds
some.
out
Bring
there,
it
but
out. Bust out.
just
that
don't knock it
Oreo.
till you try it.
I'm not. I'm all in. I'm in for it here. I got it written down. Fork Oreo. Joey,
Or chopstick.
my cousin, my
Yeah.
blood.
Blood of my
What?
blood.
I feel like I must know the answer to this. Should I know the answer to this?
I don't know if you should.
Okay.
Because it is Oreo.
Oh,
It
so it's Oreos. Okay.
is Oreos. But I guess to talk about the like potato chip effect, if you will. I definitely get that for like YouTube Shorts or like TikTok or like Instagram Reels, like where you're just sort of scrolling. Like I can never just be like I'll see something in like my YouTube recommendations and be like, oh okay, I'll just watch this one this one short. So
So
like, okay, all right, you got me.
so let me
I'll
get
watch
this
it,
straight.
but I don't even realize I'm scrolling.
Let
I
me
don't
get
even
this
know.
straight. you took the term feed very, very open. Like it could be literal consumption or metaphorical consumption.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I dig it.
Abstract consumption.
I dig it. I dig it.
But
Oreos
that,
and,
yeah, like I
YouTube
definitely
feed.
get that effect. Like,
Interesting. All right. Well, I like it. I like this group. So everybody here, get your Oreos, get your forks out, and get ready for some D&D tonight. Last time we played, and I'm going to get the audio set up in just a second for music, and we'll get started here. But we're starting with a combat. We went to the lands of Eberron. We went to this place called I guess it was the Valley of Mount Ironrot. Really is where you are. But there's a human settlement there, a veteran settlement of humans who fought in the last war, who are now trying to reclaim things there that they could sell, make money, and make a living off of from their fallen civilization. We found a woman named Calith or Calith. We're not really sure what her name is, but she says her name is Calith, I believe. Some people here believe that her name is Calith. I don't know. But Calith says that the Warforged are actually causing quite distress here in the valley because they're stealing the artifacts that truly belong to the Siren veterans. And they're not humans. They're not people, really, is what they're claiming. They are Warforged are created as weapons of war, and now they're claiming that they are sentient and that they want similar rights to those people, the Sirens. Now that the Warforged, you ended up meeting a group of Warforged pilgrims, and these pilgrims seem very nice, led by a Warforged named Mercy. She has instructed you that she knows how to get your rod piece that you want, but you need a docent. A docent is this circular ball that forms into the forehead of a Warforged. It can help do different things, different magical effects. This one that she has for you can help you find a magical item like this. And that there's a person who works for the Lord of Blades. His name is Glaive. He's a Warforged who is patrolling the areas and does sort of hurt other people in the area, especially humans or other people trying to take from the Colossus, these giant constructs. And at the end of the episode, we ended inside the ossuary where all the Warforged dead, the dead lie, and above top ground there was an attack by what apparently could be a Glaive patrol. So we're going to jump in right into the combat here. We're going to start with the music, and we're going to roll some initiative here. And everybody, let me know how the music is going. Audio levels. I feel like we kind of figured it out last night on the stream pretty good. Give me an idea of what we're looking at here. All right, let's do it. Initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
All right, we're going to switch over to our Roll20 version right here.
I just want to say on this, I was going to say, very proud of whoever drew that mustard bottle in Vecna's hand.
Cheers.
We'll have to go back at the end. It'll be
Great
a little
job.
Easter egg. Yeah. A little Cadbury egg, if we will.
Oh, I'd almost forgotten about them until you reminded me.
I know.
Gosh, our little group is pretty big.
Yeah, your little group is like 8, 7, 9 now with Mercy. So this is Mercy. This is Mercy. I'm actually going to put her label up because I think it'll be easier for you to see her. Unfortunately, sometimes in these games they give you, they don't really give you different tokens art for every single character, and this is the case for this one. But you know what? I'll just put a little marker on her. We'll do that real quick. All right. What did we get for initiatives? Anybody get a high roll? Yeah.
16 for high roll. Nate with 20.
No, that was my
16.
dagger.
Oh.
That was just testing out the
High roll.
the roll before.
16 for Hieronymus. Anybody else get above a 15? No. 10 or above?
I got a 12.
A
I
12.
got a 10.
Joey also got a 12.
So 12 for Edmund and Rogal. We'll put Edmund first. I think his dexterity is better.
Which is better in general.
And then Barrick and Estelle, what'd you get for
Got
Amada?
an 8.
8 for Amada. And
I'll get to the
rolled for a
battle
bunch of-
eventually.
Yeah, and I rolled for a bunch of NPCs just now. I'll dump that in there. Let's see.
What did the penguin get? I hope the penguin rolled really high.
So we've got... it looks like Mercy is going to be going last. She has a 3. Luke has a 16. So he'll be going after Hieronymus. Darius got a 17. He's going first. And I didn't roll for Kingsport. Kingsport gets a lowly 6. So he'll be going before Mercy. So the order I've got here, and I'll try to call this out a bunch of times, is Darius, Hyro, Luke, Edmund, Rogal, Barrick, Amada, Kingsport, and Mercy. That's your team here. All right, let's do it. Let's jump into the combat. Let's go with Darius first. Darius and Mercy, you know, all the NPCs, just like you all, react when they hear the firing upstairs. Darius is not going to be the first to run upstairs, but he says, should we go upstairs? Are we safer down here? And Mercy says, we have to help. Oh, I have Mercy's voice, actually. Sorry, Mercy. I apologize. We have to help the pilgrims. They're upstairs, and they are in danger. Let's go. So Darius is preparing. He's going to take out a flask of alchemist fire, but he is definitely going to just open the door up top and wait for the rest of the group to go up. We'll say it takes one turn for you to get up to the stairs where you're actually at, one movement. So if you want to do something, you'll be landing where you're at. You can choose where you want to be necessarily. This is actually the top part where the mill is. This is like the millstone. Technically, we're in the ossuary, which would be below this. But I just put you here. So one movement will get you to here. And then we'll go to Hyro. What do you want to do?
I'm going to cast Haste on Barrick.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move.
So you'll be here. Yeah, this is where you actually would land. You could be somewhere else in this room. I'm totally fine if you want to position yourself somewhere else. The door is to the south.
So this is after my move?
Yeah, like your move will get you into this room. And
Good.
You could just place yourself anywhere in the room that you'd like. I just placed you here.
Gotcha. I'll go there. Right here.
And Darius is going to be up by the door, so he'll be down at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Luke next. Luke will charge up and get to the door. He's going to listen at it, and he'll see what he can discern, or maybe look through a crack or something like that. And he sees nothing. He hears nothing. It's too loud. Sounds like there's a lot of firing outside. Strange weapons, mechanisms being used, and it's very hard for him to hear. So he doesn't really have much. So he's going to stay there by the door, but ready to attack if he needs to. He's got a spear out. Let's go to Edmund.
Okay, Edmund will run up the stairs. He'll go up to the top. He'll get behind Luke. He'll ask Luke what he sees, and he'll, in preparation, say, "This group, there's so many of us. What if we had more?" He reaches down and he pulls out a little puff ball from a little bag he has, a little gray bag that he's been carrying around that he totally remembers that he's always had, and he throws this little puff ball that he pulled out of a little gray bag. And let's see, where is my thing? And what do we see? What do we get?
I haven't seen this trick in a while.
I know. And he's like, I wonder if this works differently here because maybe they have different animals. Or do I transport the animals from where I'm from to here? I don't know. And let's see what the gray
Which
bag
animal
of
do you
tricks.
get? Yeah.
D8. I got a 4. That's a boar. Little boar, little pig. Little beefy little
right.
pig.
All right, easy
Pops out,
now,
he's like-
easy.
Little
Easy
pig.
now. A boar, you say?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Fantastic.
How's that?
Perfect. Exactly.
Wow, a boar makes me want to look for a tunnel now.
It is just a image from the internet, so... Actually, wait. I actually have some free assets here, maybe. Look at
You
this.
should have a boar token. No.
Yeah, there's a board.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
baby.
Hold on. CJ, Spelljammer module has a space pig.
Ooh,
Space pig.
even better.
What?
Yeah, look at this thing. You choose the token you want, CJ. There's this one and this one.
Base pig.
You want the armored pig?
I mean, yeah, this pig isn't armored, but
Yeah, I know, but the
he looks
token's
cooler with
badass.
the
Yeah,
armor.
okay.
No, if it's not armored, I like the other one.
CJ's choosing because he's got this bag of
This
tricks.
is the pig. This is. I think I throw it out, and because again, this is an Eberron pig.
Yeah.
It has armor.
I think I've discovered that it manifests the animals from where I am, and this is totally an Eberron pig.
Yeah, it has like
This
a
is-
dragon mark and everything.
Yeah, it's got a dragon mark. It's got
It's got like
Magitech.
screws. It's a
Yeah.
Warforged pig.
It's a Warforged Magitech pig.
It's called a space swine. But yeah.
Space swan. They didn't even
Space swine.
bother.
All right, so CJ, that's your action, correct? To pull out
My
a
action. Yep.
a puffball?
Yep.
Okay. Great. We'll jump down to Rogal and then Barrack, you're on deck.
I drag Kingsport closer. And I stand right here where I am 10 feet close to everybody as much as I possibly can.
That's a
Come,
good point.
Kingsport, we have to get up to the front lines.
That's a good point. Poor Kingsport.
well, wherever Kingsport is most behind me, I guess.
Okay, he'll follow you. He'll follow you.
Everyone get that +5 save.
And then we'll go
Kingsport,
to
the vanguard.
Oh, and I'll ready. Oh, and I'll take out my my short bow and ready in action, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. Short bow, readying to attack if something were to come into sight. We'll go to Barrack. You have now a double move, correct?
So yeah, I will move up to Luke. And friend, did you are we heading through this door?
He's ready to like fight if that's what you're looking at. But he nods. He nods. He tells you though, I can't hear or make out anything. So loud.
Let's open the door then. And Barrack's going to open the door.
Okay, let's do it. All right, so the door, I believe you can open it. Nate, can you? Is it
Can I?
openable by clicking? Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes,
that's so
it
neat.
is.
There it is.
I thought you were asking if Barrack was capable of opening a door.
No, you. Physically you, Nate.
Okay, yeah, so move 10 feet.
Yeah. And
Oh,
perfect.
boy.
yeah, this is actually great. Perfect. Just even though your token, if you want to be like technically still inside, you can be. But I just want to describe the outside, and it'll be good to have
sure.
you your token site going.
I will at least look outside, so yeah.
So when you approached here, you noticed that this was like a ruined town. Like it has seen tons of weathering, and the structures are basically just frames or stone, whatever the most hardy material has been left behind. And you can see that in most of the structures, excepting the windmill, because they've kind of preserved that a little bit as their ossuary. But you're here in the ossuary. This right here is a ruin. You can see where it's got the stitching, I forget they call these, like the hash marks. You can see it. That's like a ruined wall. Then you can see clearly on the map that there are some rocks, stones. These are like maybe bigger pieces of rubble from either a building that fell off, or it could also be a natural stone, kind of like the ones you found in the valley. This right here is a large statue of a man wearing a cloak, and kind of seen as almost like a leader would be, like a king, maybe royalty. And this statue is something that you noticed kind of was the first icon you saw. And you can see now what's going on. There are bolts being slung at high speed, almost like whizzing by the door, and you can see some fallen Warforged pilgrims. There are 3 of them here, fallen. They are dead. You can see 2 other Warforged who are using like stones and hurling them like slings from behind rocks and pieces of rubble. You can also see in the distance some more menacing looking. They have blades all over their bodies, like almost like the Shredder, right, from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
They have more menacing features, and they look something like this. I know this is just a token art, but this is what they resemble, just roughly. Okay. this sort of like more battle ready, hardened warforged. And they keep slinging these bullets, so many, like they're like crossbow bolts, but you notice they're coming straight from their like hands, almost like how Iron Man would like fire a bolt of energy. And they're coming at rapid fire speed. You've never seen a crossbow fire this fast before. And so we're going to leave it to you. There's 4 of them that you can notice, at least. You can see that there's one straight ahead of you, sort of towards the statue. You can sense some bolts coming from through the ruined wall opening here to your left, to the east. You can see that there's some bullets coming from this opening to the south, east, and you can see one rising up over the rock outcropping here to the southwest. So there's 4 at least enemies firing massive rapid-fire bolts. And you still have, I think, a full action, right?
Yeah, quite a bit. Okay.
2 actions now.
Kinda, yeah. Okay, I turn around and say, Mercy, your kind are being destroyed by, well, I pass on the information, by these mechanical beasts with blades firing bolts at speeds I've never seen.
This is like when Captain America tries to explain what the panel is in Avengers 1. He's like, it is running on some form of electricity.
Yes. To save friends, we must save our warforged friends. Whoops, I closed the door. And I'll charge
We
out.
must save them.
Feeling pretty good,
Saving friends,
right? Like that's where we're at, right?
That's what Mercy says. Mercy's all for saving her pilgrims.
We need Mercy
Yeah.
to help us use the docent to get the thing, right? So
Correct.
we want Mercy to be in our good graces.
I think so.
So 20, 25, 30. 1, 2, 3, 15, 20. Can I stand on this dead warforged? Or
Sure. Yeah.
great. All right, I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna start swinging away at this one in front of me. Yeah. All right. First attack, 27 to hit.
That'll connect.
Excellent. We'll do 8 bludgeoning damage. I'll swing again. 13 to hit.
Nice. 13
hits.
unfortunately does not hit though. The first
okay.
one I was commenting more on the damage. What was the damage again? It was 8?
The first one was 8. Yep.
8.
Let's see. Bob, I'm gonna Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
For the advantage on that one. And so that's an 11 anyway. So that's not gonna work. And then I will take the dash action. Disengage. No, disengage won't get me far enough. I'll just swing again. Sorry.
Go
A
for
lot
it.
of decisions to make.
Yeah, you got a lot.
26 to hit.
That connects.
For 10 bludgeoning damage. So 18 total.
Great. Excellent. So you hit this thing, you like smash it, and each time you hit it, Dust Crusher is making this loud metallic clang as you see bits of its armor kind of like flake off and crack, and but it seems to be sturdy enough to withstand these blows, and it says something to you, Nate.
Excellent.
It says,
"Flesh-bound wretches and faithless steel, your journey ends here."
all right, so let's go to...
So there
Is
was,
that it, Nate? You
there
done?
was never going to be a peace between us. So I did the right thing. I should hit you. Yeah. By the way, I realized I only gave aid to me and Chris. Estelle, take you want 10 extra max HP?
Can I put that on top of the 15 I have?
You can. Yes.
So yeah, it goes to your max, not your.
Oh, okay, neat.
Yeah.
I won't say no to that.
And it's Amada's turn.
Excellent.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, am I excited. Wait, how do I... Okay, I did think the max HP modifier, but... You know what, it's
You could
fine.
just
I'll
write
just
it.
remember somehow.
Yeah, write it down somewhere, yeah.
And
Sometimes this technology gets in the way.
just like these Warforged.
All right.
Alright, can I get through the door?
Yeah, the door's open.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How much?
It would be a double move technically, because this was your first move would be somewhere in the room to get somewhere in the room, and the second move would be out of the room. But if you want to stand by the door and fire, you could. I don't know if you have a what range attack.
I'm all about that personal touch, you know?
Okay, so then
I see a guy over here.
that looks to be one of Mercy's pilgrims.
Okay, I won't attack them.
Yeah, you would have recognized them. You've seen them on the way in.
Where's the closest enemy?
It's probably the one near Barrack, but you do notice that there's an enemy somewhere in this ruin to the right, and there's a couple of in the ruins down to the south, and the outcropping to the south.
Okay. Oh, 35 is great. I'm gonna try to help whoever's over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna run over here. Do I see anyone?
Yeah, inside. I think. Can your token actually make it out or no?
No, I have
No.
like this is all in shadow. This is all in shadow.
So if you just go right here to take a peek inside the ruin, you'll see that there is a Warforged enemy straight ahead, about 20, 30 feet ahead.
Okay, neat. He's kind of far away.
He's about 30 feet ahead, yeah. Into that nearby ruin.
As a bonus action, okay, I'm gonna use my main action to dash over to this guy. But as a bonus action, as I'm going over these ruins, I'm going to activate my giant might and just try to make myself. Why doesn't it give me everything?
I don't know. I know sometimes it doesn't. You have to like click a certain button on the D&D Beyond to display it fully.
Yeah. So I'm going to, as I jump over these ruins, I'm like suddenly getting much larger and just towering
sweet.
over this guy. I am now large.
You know, I'm noticing there's a lot of Avengers references right now. We had Thor. Thor just hit. Thor just hit Ultron down with Barrack, and now we've got Ant-Man growing in size. What's next? That's what I want to know. What's next? All right. So you grow in size. Can you make yourself bigger? Can you
I thought she was
actually?
walking out.
I don't think I can make myself bigger.
I
thought
got
that
you.
was a Hulk reference, not an Ant-Man.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought that's
okay,
what you
fine.
were going for.
All right. You're hulking out. It's fine. You can be
I mean,
Hulk.
I'm happy if you think I'm smart enough. Amada is smart enough to be Ant-Man.
True. Although you do steal stuff like he does.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's all just out there.
All right, so you're large and in charge, and used your bonus action to do that, correct? And then the double
Yes.
move was your action.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's go to Kingsport, Mercy, and her robots. Kingsport is not going to do much. In fact, after Rogal tells him to go towards him and stay near him, he starts to wander off, kind of like the back of this windmill here. He goes to the back, starts pecking at things on the floor, and then Mercy will go.
He's getting away.
She'll get to the front here, and she's going to spend her double move to get out in front to get her, to kind of, I guess, command her pilgrims in some way. And then the pilgrims are going to make some attacks. They'll go and shoot at the one that's right here next to Barrack. We've got a couple of different attacks. Let's do 1, 2, 21 and 22 both hit for a total of 9 damage and 7 damage with their
Excellent.
high-powered slings. They seem to like rocket out of their hands. Let's go to top of the order would be the bad robots now. Okay. All right. So Nate, we'll start with you first. I think that might be pretty good idea here. Get you out of the way. The one in front of you, Nate, is you can see on his arm, he actually has these like almost like blade sidearms here. So that blade at like a moment's notice, he can just kind of like close his fist, and that shoots out even larger. Becomes like a full length sword. Large, actually, very, very large sword, almost like a great sword. And he is going to attack you with his 3 attacks.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, he's got 3.
Wait, where are you on the map here?
Nate,
you know what?
is right
Nothing.
here.
Nobody's in. Are you in line of sight for me?
I'm down to the left of you.
Although, Nate, I think
Uh,
you're in luck here. The first attack is a 14. That misses you.
Yep.
Second attack is a 10. That misses you. And the next attack is a 20. Does that hit you?
No.
It doesn't. Yeah, that's right. You're pretty high AC, right?
Yeah.
Haste,
With
man.
haste, I'm up to a 24.
Nice. Well, he has no need to move here. He's gonna stay where he's at. From the ruins to the south, you can see one of the other Warforged popping out of a nearby opening, and it's going to shoot you with its bolt weapons. These bolts, they fire pretty fast. They're called bolt launchers. They come right out of their arm, and we're gonna do 3 attacks with the bolt launcher. 18 misses. 26
Dude.
hits.
Just let me. Yeah. I was about to say, let me know if they hit.
Yeah, because you might want to shield. Yeah. And the last one misses.
I'll just take it.
It's going to do 7 damage.
Okay.
To the south, you can see another one here. Pops out of the rocky outcropping and is going to take a shot at you as well. And also, just to give you a heads up, you seem like they have like crazy precision, even though, yes, they've missed you. Your armor has been saving you. They seem to be pretty adept at firing these things. We'll go to another one for 3 attacks with the bolt launcher.
Jeez.
Okay. Wow. 2 21s. That's going to miss you, though.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Look at you. This armor. They can't pierce it. They can't pierce it.
Woo.
Amada, the blade
Goodness.
scout that's near you, is going to attack with its arm
Oh.
blade. We got 1, 2, 3. What's your armor class?
21.
Okay, you are going to get hit twice.
Okay.
You take 10 slashing from the first one,
Okay.
9 slashing from the second one, and it's going to use a bonus action to move. It has a action called Dash. It does not provoke attacks or opportunities, and it's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20,
What a little
25,
bastard.
30. Yeah, that's what it's going to do. It's going to go that
All
way. It's
sounds
going to start
really
making a run for the
exciting
cover to the
from
south.
inside, but
All right. So there we go. That's the end of the creature's turn. We go to, it would be Darius, then Hyro. Don't worry, Darius is not going to do much. He's going to get to the door, and he's going to hide there with a flask. And Hyro, it'll be your turn.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And let's see what I got here. We're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I'm gonna make a wall of fire.
Nice. Where?
Starting here, or right here, starting right here, and extending 60 feet towards this statue.
Would you like to draw it?
Well, let's see if I can here. We'll go with freehand. Let's see, get some yellow. Right here. That's right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 is up onto the statue.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So,
wall of
and
fire.
the burning point is pointing down to the south.
Okay, great. So it hits things that are adjacent to it to the south. So it include that Blade Scout at the end, correct?
Yeah, and the one that's on Barrack as well.
Okay. We'll just add some orange and some red.
Yeah. So I just rolled the damage. It's a DC 15 save for 20 damage, and wall of fire. Let me put it up in the chat.
Okay.
Opaque lasts when the wall appears. Each creature in this area makes a dexterity saving throw. On the side of the wall selected by you, 5d8 fire damage to each creature in that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side of the wall.
Yep. Okay, so your DC is what?
15.
Okay, they're both going to pass. They seem very quick, very dexterous, and it'll take 10 damage each, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Alright, and
I'm
there's a
going to
wildfire.
use my telekinesis.
Yep.
Actions. Let's just check the range on it real quick before I try it. 30 feet, so
Yeah, so it's probably
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to use... I can't see anybody else. There's just a... What's this right here? Is that a good guy? The one to my north?
Yeah, that's a pilgrim.
Okay, so I won't mess with him. So I'm going to use telekinesis. Barrick, have you attacked? No, you're not. So I don't want to move back. I'm not going to do anything with telekinesis.
Okay, hold your line. Perfect.
I'll just stay here.
We'll go to Luke and then Edmund. Luke is going to go next. Luke sees that the pilgrims to the right are hurt, so he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He'll see where Amada is, and he'll stand next to you, double move, and I guess he'll stay behind the wall. No reason to go in front, but he's got his spear. He'll be ready to throw next turn at a Blade Scout that pops out. Okay, let's go to Edmund. Rogal's on deck.
Alright, so those guys are the good guys. From here. Okay, there's a guy down there, so I'm gonna head. Let's see, how far is this? Alright, so I'm gonna head. I guess I'm gonna head. Is this. So I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna bonus action dash with cunning action.
Okay.
So I started here. So I can go 5. And then that'll get me 45. Now it's weird on the map when I go towards the statue. Is this like how does it describe this statue? Because it's blocking a lot of line of sight. And if I go on the like what looks like that, I
The
can't
base
see
itself
anything.
is not that high. Like it would only provide very little cover, like maybe a +2. You can
Okay.
doesn't block line of sight. The statue itself could provide more. Like if you're standing behind it, it might be like 3/4 cover. It's a
Okay.
big statue. Yeah.
Because from my viewing angle, from my view, if I'm where I'm standing right now, I can only see that circle. That's all I can see.
Okay.
So I'm just curious. Like if I'm there, I should be able to see more.
You can just go on the other side so you could see what you could see.
Okay.
We know that you're on the statue behind it.
Got it. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna. I will stay here-ish.
I will grant you protection from my wall of fire, so stand within it.
I don't trust you. But yeah, I'm gonna stand on this side of the wall of fire, and I will prepare an attack if anyone comes close to me.
Okay. And is it a dagger attack?
It would be a dagger attack, yeah.
Okay,
It would
great.
be,
Then we'll go to Rogal, unless you have something else, Edmund.
the only other thing is the boar, which I did not give an order to. Which
Give it an order.
I think it's a bonus action to give it an order, so otherwise it's just gonna do boar stuff.
That's
Boar stuff.
boring.
How boorish.
Let me just make sure. Let me do create dagger tricks.
I could just give it
The
to you,
creature-
Edmund.
yeah, you can use a
You
bonus
can-
action to command the creature to move. And what action it takes? In the absence of such orders, the creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature. Yeah, so it's just gonna do boar stuff. Probably go hang out with Kingsport, I guess, at this point.
No, he's going to follow you. He likes you. You
Okay.
summoned him.
Sure. Cool.
He'll double move to you as well. It's not a bonus action, but he double moves to you. All right. That's the end of the boar's turn. Rogal.
Okay. I move 6 spaces. 6 spaces forward. I want to fire my bow at this person.
Okay.
And for my second attack, I want to use my Dragon's Breath.
Oh,
But-
nice.
My question is, do I hit?
You would hit, yeah, you would hit Barrack.
Do I hit Bear?
From that position, yeah, with a line, yeah.
But do
Is
you
there-
care?
Is there...
Rogal cares very much.
Rogal unfortunately cares too much.
Very pathetic.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess there's no way to schmooze around it.
No, not in the current positioning. Although I don't know that you can go that far, right? Weren't you like a couple spaces in, so you can get to like here? I think.
I'm sorry, I was
Kind of like where Chris's character
here.
is.
So this is 3 spaces, and now I have 3 more spaces to move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
So you can get to like right here next to Chris if you want to.
Boom. Is there any other? I don't think I see anyone else.
Well, there is one here, but it's behind the wall of fire that you don't now have. You cannot see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
All right, then I'll just
Take your 2 shots.
yeah, I'll just take my two arrow shots.
Okay, go for it.
Or maybe I should just switch my equipment out and just get into something more.
You could dash and yeah, draw a weapon if you'd like. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll actually I'll put my bow I'll put my bow away and take out my shield and quarterstaff.
Okay, great.
I
And you
guess
want to
that's
move
my
again?
Can I?
You can do a dash action. Yeah. Like
Even if I'm like equipping.
Well, you can always pull a weapon out for free. I don't know about the shield. Actually, I don't know that you can.
And I'm putting away my buff, not like dropping
Oh,
it.
you could drop it if you want instead of stowing it.
No, I'll just take out my shield and quarterstaff as I'm moving, and I'll get next to Chris.
Okay, so you're there and you've got your weapons out. Let's go to Barrack.
Hyro approves of that placement.
Barrack says, well, I'm happy being a ball of flesh. You dim-witted balls of scrap metal, bring it on. And I'm trying to kind of yell and draw their attention, and like smash my hammer into my shield, trying to draw all the fire. And I'm going to kind of point my hammer over at this guy, and fire off a quickened spell. It's going to be, I expect it to be yellow, but instead it is the good old,
What's the number?
Chaos Bolt.
Yep. Okay.
Bummer.
A 12 to hit.
12 to hit.
That will not cut it.
Yeah, which is a bummer. Then I'm going to dodge as my action. And as my second hasted, I'm going to swing at the one in front of me.
Okay.
Uh, 16.
16, got it. That does not hit. Sorry.
Bummer.
It sounded
That was
like
a
it
much less epic turn than I was hoping for.
Yeah,
I
yeah. A miss with the Chaos Bolt, but you still have another attack, correct?
Nope, I dodged with my main action.
Oh, you get one extra attack. Right.
Yeah, with haste, it's just the one extra attack, and I.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So that's the end of your turn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What's Amada with you?
Amada.
All right. I want to get down to this dude. Okay, there he is. Yeah, the shadowing in this is a little. So am I about to set myself on fire if I stand here?
No, it's below that line. Right, Chris? It's the 5 feet below the line, not the
10 feet below the line. I marked it up with a jagged line.
Okay, but what if you land within 5 feet of the wall at all?
Yeah, if you're on the wall, where it's all orange and red, or 10 feet below.
Okay, so you're good there then.
Okay, I'm good there. All right.
But I grant her the ability to not take damage.
Oh, true, you can. No, he has that. He's the evoker.
I'm like, it's okay. You can stand in the fire, giant lady of blue.
Oh,
I believe you, man. I just met.
Why don't you all leave me?
shoot! I would have loved to have moved into the fire then.
Would have been cool.
Bathed
up to
in the
you.
light
Why
of
didn't you? You
Hyperion.
know me.
That's true. Bob, can I just say I moved into the fire?
Sure.
Bathe in the light of Hieronymus.
Okay. Okay, for a bonus action, I'm gonna invoke my Storm Rune real quick, which I'm sure won't show up in. Yeah, that's right. That's handy dandy.
Stay there.
This makes it sound like this thing lasts for an entire minute, like for whenever I want to do the reaction for it. Are you reading it the same as me?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna invoke that. So one of the runes I inscribed on my armor just starts glowing. So hopefully I can help someone else. And I'm just gonna look at this guy in front of me and say, "You really picked a wrong day to come here." And I'm just gonna swing at him twice.
All right. Let's see what you get.
With my Mace of Smiting, which I feel like is a spelling error because I feel like it should be Mace of
Smitting?
Smithing, because of how it
Smithing.
works.
Well, let's see.
Because I assume this Warforged is a construct, correct?
It is, yeah.
So I get to do extra damage to it.
Oh, okay. Good. I like it. You're right. It should be. It sounds like it should be something like with the forge or something like that.
Yeah, it's weird because I get like a +3 to hit constructs.
That's nice. Well, it is hit. 25 for sure hits.
Okay, great. Roll 20 is weird. Okay, so I'm gonna do damage for this.
Oh, that's a cool mace.
Yeah, it's perfect for this kind of setting. So that's my first hit, which is 8.
Okay, great. -8.
Wait, no, because it has the +2 on top of it.
Right, it'd be 10. Yeah,
Yeah, it should be 10.
gotcha.
I wish this
Okay.
gave me an option for how to roll this, but
I know.
whatever.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll mark it down.
All right, I'm gonna whack him again.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
Does not.
Ah, harsh.
Yeah, they have pretty tough armor here too. So, do you have a third attack? No, right?
No.
Okay. Are you gonna hold here?
Yeah, that's my everything, and I got
Right.
the Storm Rune running for me.
Great. Kingsport will go next, and he'll stand by the door and look out. He can't, of course, see because he's blind because he's got such large, like, feelers on his eyes. But he's like looking about. He seems like he's figuring out what's going on. Bolts flying by his eyebrows, just like absolutely in the danger zone right now. But he's trying to find Rogal. He runs out there. There he is. He comes over to Rogal. Let's go
Kingsport, take
to
cover.
Mercy. Mercy calls out to her pilgrims and tells them to concentrate your fire on the Blade Scout near Barrack Helios. And they'll do that. Let's see what they get.
Sweet.
We got a 9 and a nat 20. So the nat 20 will obviously connect. And that's going to do a total of... Let's see, and I just got to roll one more for that. All right, so 11 damage to the one in the fire. Okay. And that one is bloodied. Okay. And then the bad robots will go. And the bad robots will say something
like this.
If anyone's aiming at Hieronymus, I want to give them a disadvantage. Like, just for whatever first attack goes towards him.
Pyro looks at you, like, weeps a little bit. He's like,
Mercy leads you astray, a false prophet. whispering weakness in the steel arts. But the Lord of Blades offers redemption through battle.
And he kind of encourages the rest of his mechanical warriors to fight harder. Let's see.
Yes, come closer.
So let's do this. The one that's very far away here is going to fire at... No. He is going to go first. He's going to take his bonus action, and he's going to move away from Barachelios, and he's going to get out of the fire and jump up onto the statue next to you, Edmund. I know you're technically
So he
like right here.
disengaged.
No, he has a special bonus action that lets him avoid the attack, like he did with the Mata.
So
It's like it doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, and he moves. It's called a dash that he's got.
right,
called
but when
dash.
he comes within I use my
Yep, you can do it.
reaction to fire off my attack.
Go for
This
it.
isn't an opportunity attack.
Correct. The dash is it says the scout moves up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. It's a bonus action.
And this
Or
is a
this is
reaction
just a ready to action. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is So, Dearth with a 17.
17 does not hit.
Oh,
It's close, but it does not hit.
do I have anything else that would have? No, yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
The other Blade Scout will go here, and you're going to be getting what I think would be probably, we'll say, consider half cover at this point. So there'd be what is it? The next one above that is plus, so it's +5 to your AC, Edmund.
Okay.
This one goes to the side and fires at you. Let's see. What's your armor class now with that?
It is with a +5. Is it +5
Yeah.
or +2? Perhaps. Is it?
So 2 is the having a little bit of cover.
Oh, so this is like okay. So
It's the
+5
more than a
is
little bit of cover. Yeah.
20.
Oh, actually, two things. I made a mistake. The Blade Scout has to attack you first. The one that moved towards you. It's
Oh.
technically his turn first. So he's going to move and attack you first. Let's do his sword attacks, his arm blade. So what's your armor class against him? It's just a melee attack.
17.
Okay, so he's going to hit you once for 15 slashing.
Ah, my temporary hit points.
Second time for 14 slashing. And a third time for 12 slashing.
Ouch.
Then the other one is going to attack you, but it's going to have, you're going to have the high cover here. So with the high cover, it's what again?
That would be 22.
22. Okay, so these are against the 22 AC. We got a 16 that misses. A critical hit.
Okay.
And a 20, so that misses, correct?
Yes. So just the crit.
Just the crit hits for 15 damage.
Oh. Ow.
Okay. And then on the other side here, we've got these two. The Blade Scout is going to get out of the fire. And this Blade Scout is going to...
You have to be on camera now.
This Blade Scout will go through the fire towards Amada. Chris, roll your damage for the one entering in right about here.
Come at me, bro.
So I guess redemption doesn't require bravery. Barrack shouts out as they all run away from him.
26, DC 15.
DC 15. Let's see. DC 15.
Dexterity.
He passes with a 22.
That is 26 divided by 2.
13.
13 damage to him.
And just when Barrack makes that comment, the lead, that one you were fighting, you called a coward, says,
Shut up, flesh.
that's all he says. Shut up, flesh.
Nice comeback.
Is there
Yeah,
2
mama.
over there on her? Oh, there is. Oh.
All right, so the 2 on Estelle. Arm blades against Estelle. What's your armor class?
21.
21? That's pretty good.
Is it good enough?
I don't know. We'll see. They hit quite a bit here. The first one is actually got to be the one. Technically, they can't both be next to you. The first one had to attack without the other one because they're going in order. So the first one does not have advantage on this.
Oh.
I've got 18 that misses you, 25 that hits you,
Mm-hmm.
and another 23 that'll hit you. Do you have any reactions?
Not for this because I was saving my reaction to cause a disadvantage for someone else.
Gotcha. Okay, so then 14 from the first attack, 13 from the next attack.
Okay.
All right. So that was the
14.
first Blade Scout, the one that was closer to you. He just moved over a little bit. The one that went through the fire now will have advantage because again he's got his
Oh,
friend
jeez,
next to
there's
him.
more.
That was the first one. Yeah, the first of Warforged. The second Warforged is attacking, and he's gonna have advantage on these because of his friend, and they seem to have some sort of coordinated attack here. 22, 21, 24. I believe they all hit.
Yeah, they do.
10, 10, 13. So that's 33 damage in total.
Oh my goodness gracious, this is a lot of damage.
Yeah, they can.
It's almost
Ow.
like they knew they would be at disadvantage attacking me.
Blue lady, I will save you.
Ah.
Well, the first
Be
one
right
attacked
there.
you. First one attacked you, and he didn't hit you at all with all of his attacks. So he knows you're tough. He's gonna go and
I
pick
mean,
off
it's a
the
lot of
weak-
trash talk and then running away. That's all I'm
weak
saying.
one. He says,
What, do you think I'm blind? I see clearly. We were made to rule your people.
"All right,
You can't even hit me.
Talk a lot
I'll
of
save you
shit
for
for a
last.
tin can.
I'll save you for last."
Nice.
Whoa.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm in, Amada.
Darius goes, and Darius is finally going to come out of the ossuary, and he'll go 5, 10, 15, 20 behind Hieronymus, and he doesn't have line of sight to anybody that he can reach with his alchemist fire, so he'll wait and ready to action to throw it. We'll go to Hieronymus next.
Hyro is going to go. Oh, wrong one. 5, 10, 15, 20. Who's that? That's Joey, right there in the building.
Wait, where are you?
That is Luke, the
Luke? Okay,
ragged
I am-
chief.
I am to your west, and Hyro is going to do damage or help. Do damage or help. Ah! He's gonna throw a fireball. He's gonna reach.
Okay.
He's gonna pull out his scroll of fireball and cast that.
Okay. You want to cast it far back enough so you don't hit Estelle? Or it doesn't matter. You could.
I'm gonna fully envelop her in the flame to show her the power of Hieronymus. Is there anything? And I'm hoping. You know what? I'm gonna just to show her how big. So let's see. Just to show her my strength.
I'm just
Your
like, can I get a
true
little help
size.
here? Oh no.
It's a 20-foot. That's a 5, 10, 15, 25. It's about that size, right?
Yeah, you could hit. I'll
So I'm gonna throw it on her. Can I move it? I
you
can.
could. Don't worry. You'll be able to hit her.
And then I'm hoping to catch anything I can't see, maybe in the background too.
Sure. Okay.
Right. So
Makes sense.
so there's that. I'm like, I protect you, blue lady. And then I will. So those two dudes are gonna get hit.
So the first one fails to save. The second one succeeds. You can roll your
Alright.
damage.
So there's fireball is standby. Sorry.
That's okay. Edmund, you'll be up
it's
after Luke,
8d6.
and then Rogal.
8d6. Boop. 24. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to kind of drag this one back into the wall of fire effect.
Sure. Yeah.
That's
We'll
a
have to roll
DC
a-
15 strength.
Strength. Okay. Strength and 8, so you can move him.
So he's going to go 5 feet to the left, back into
Yep.
the fire, and he's going to take. I love this. There he goes. Wall of fire, 19. Right? Yeah. So a DC 15 versus that.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. That's Dex. He does pass, but he'll take half of it for what is that? 9 then? So 9 more. Okay, and the other one took half of 24. Got it. Okay, great. That's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Believe that's
Edmund,
roll.
you can go. I'll roll Luke's spear attack on the one that's fighting against Estelle. You can take your turn there. I'll just roll his. Edmund.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Okay. I had something come up. All right. So, first things first. Bonus action. I'm going to tell Kevin to aid me. Kevin, help! And the pig, the boar, will move towards this guy and use the help action to give me advantage on this guy. Yes?
Sure. Yeah, you can use the boar. Yeah.
Okay, great. And then I will attack this guy with Dearth and Nildar. Or with
Okay, great.
Dearth,
So
at
you get
least.
your advantage there. Nice.
So I get my advantage.
And while you're rolling, Luke throws his 2 spears at the Blade Scout. He no longer has a ranged weapon, but he does seem to have an axe by his side. He might be using that soon. CJ, what'd you get?
You got an 18.
That is the number. So
That's the
18,
number. Okay, so the 18 hits.
18 hits.
And he will take 45 total damage.
Woo! Which one was this? Dearth or Nildar?
This was Dearth. Dearth is the main dagger.
Damn, look at that. All right.
Matt,
He is
Kevin with the big assist on the helping me get the sneak attack damage too.
Kevin channeling his inner Pumbaa. Look at this.
Yeah.
The boar is a distraction.
Kevin
He
Bacon.
is absolutely like he's on his. I can't say he's like, you can't really tell his anatomy or anything like. But his armor's falling apart. His body seems to be like splitting at the seams, but he's still standing. And he'll say to you, Edmund,
My form breaks, but my purpose is eternal. The Lord of Blades rises with me or without me.
I
All right.
am Iron Man.
yeah, right. Rogal.
Okay.
This
Alright,
one
so
is
if I can
weak.
walk, am I permitted to walk through this fire?
You can stand in the flames. I keep saying it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're speaking.
I'm just
General
screaming.
you, like, is it this royal you? Is it specifically to you? All right, so I'm gonna move here. That's 6
The
spaces.
royal you.
My power is infinite.
All right,
Unlike
So-
these robots.
I'm going to. I think I can use my cold breath twice. Because this isn't an attack action, right? Or does it? So just one of my attack actions.
So you can use it as part of the attack action, and you replace it with one of your attacks.
Yeah, it says can replace one attack with.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think you can do it twice in a turn, but you can
Yeah, no.
you can use it and still attack with the other attack. Yeah.
That's cool.
I will use my cold breath weapon. And
On who?
see if
On Barrack?
I can hit both of them.
It's a 30-foot line.
Yeah, it's a 30-foot line. Oh, just
You have to
turn
go
around.
one. You'd have to go one step closer, unfortunately.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't. That's
That's
as close as I can
35 feet.
get.
Could you have
Hmm.
gotten to that spot or no?
Hmm.
You were 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh,
Were
that
you
was
here?
as far as I could get.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, then yeah, I'll hit the one guy.
Okay. What's the saving throw for that one?
Dexterity,
Okay.
Could you go to this one right here
11.
and hit them with a slightly diagonal line?
He could not. He could only go because he was. This would have been his previous spot right here. He had to go straight diagonal the whole way to get to that spot.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
Okay, Joey, he gets a 12. I believe that
Oh,
passes.
yeah, he passes.
Okay, but he takes half the damage.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 13. So he'll take 6. You want
Does
to
cold spears do anything in particular? Or are they
Say-
resistant to?
No, he passed, so he takes half.
But-
He passed the saving throw.
But it is cold damage. So I don't know if they have I don't know if robots.
No, they don't have a resistance to it now.
Okay.
Nope. It goes through like normal. All right, so that's your turn because you can't technically take another attack, right?
Yeah, no.
Damn, 1 foot. 1 foot. All right. One space, I should say. 5 feet. 5 feet. You were 5 feet, so too far. Let's see. Let's jump down to Barrack, and then Amata, you're up on deck.
Excellent. I do think, Hieronymus, are you concentrating on 2 things?
I am.
Are you allowed to?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. You are not allowed to, but the haste would be dropped. Is that the case?
Yeah. I would have dropped
Yes.
the haste then if I have to pick.
Yes,
Sorry.
that's what I was
Yeah.
assuming.
I was
just,
gonna ask
realized.
that question. But,
Alrighty. Yep.
I can only do
No
one
worries.
concentration at a time.
Yeah.
I prefer to keep warm while I fight. This is better.
I mean,
Wait,
all of my spells were always instantaneous destructive spells, not like helpful.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We'll count
I'm
it
gonna
for this
sprint to here. I've got your back, friend Amata. And I'm gonna swing away.
time. Swing away.
You get advantage on your first swing.
Nice.
Using my reaction because I keep forgetting to do that.
Roll it twice. Well, it's probably gonna hit. 26.
Nate, you destroy the Blade Scout. He shatters
Oh.
into pieces on the floor.
Oh my gosh, good job.
Oh no! Looks like one of your friends fell apart over here.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Looks like he had a few loose screws.
Bummer. All right. Yeah, that's really all I can do.
Okay, perfect. Well, you killed one. You took out one
Yeah.
threat entirely, so it's a pretty good one.
Excellent.
Amata.
Cool. I'm gonna try to crush the person who's left in front of me. So I'm just gonna try to whack him twice with my mace of smiting.
Okay, let's do it.
Does a 22 hit?
It does.
Nice. I forgot to do this last round, but I do have the giant smite thing on top of it for damage.
Mhm.
And because the construct, so let me just plus. Okay, so it'll be 12 total for the first hit
Okay.
for
12.
damage.
Yep.
All right, and I'm gonna swing down on him again.
Yes, blue lady.
So that'd be technically a 22.
And that'll hit as well.
All right.
Barrett's excited. Hyro might be falling in love again.
And that's actually a
Always.
12 total for damage. And because it's a mace of smiting, if a construct has 25 hit points or fewer after taking oh, sorry, that's a nat 20 thing.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's
the
the
end
12
of.
damage on the second hit then.
Great.
Yes.
We're gonna do
Awesome.
Mercy's turn. Mercy's gonna command her troops to fire, and she's gonna go up towards the Blade Scout, and she's going to attack with her own attack here, her own arm blade. Let's get into the fight here, Mercy. Do it. All right. Let's see what
We've
she
heard it
gets here.
before, but show no mercy.
Yeah, right. She does connect for 5, which is exactly the amount that the guy had. So he crumbles into bits. And she says, in her own voice, which I have a separate button for, "We will be reforged in a new manner, one that can help the Sirens." And then he says, in his voice, as he's dying, I love role-playing with myself. It's great.
You fight for nothing. The world will burn, or forge will rise from the ashes. You cannot stop what has already begun.
And then she slams her arm blade into him, and she shatters into a million pieces, littering the statue ground right next to you, Edmund. All right. And then that's going to be it for that. Her robots can't hit anything, so they're going to move. Actually, no, that's not true. The one could hit over here, this side. So we'll do one attack on that one. Let's see. That's not going to hit. And the other one will move to get a better position for the next attack. Then we go to the top, the bad robots here. Let's see. Bad robots. At this point, this one is going to bonus action and flee. And he will flee 60 feet, getting further than the map's edge. This one will do the same, getting 60 feet away. And they'll continue to run as their action will be. So they actually go 90 feet in total. Because they run, they use their disengage special ability to go 30 feet without attacks of opportunity, and then
the road special
60 feet. So 90 feet in total. They run 90 feet off into the distance. You're more than welcome to try to hit them, pepper them with long distance stuff, but they're going to move 90 feet a turn. So I think after one more round or two more rounds, unless you have something crazy, you can choose to let them go. It's up to you, but they're going to run away. Let's go to Darius. Darius now runs out. I'm ready to kill these robots, he says. He stands in front of Hieronymus. Where'd they go? Where? King Sport's just like, meh. All right, Hyro, it would be your turn.
I'm not going to waste any energy on those things running away.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over to the blue lady and, like, pat her on the calf muscle. That's probably all I can reach.
Yeah, some good calves,
Hey,
I bet.
oh.
Right, Amanda?
You are a spectacular specimen.
Oh, you're too sweet. You're making me blush.
He's got a charisma of 6, by the way. He tries. He really does try, but he's certainly handicapped in a lot of ways.
The our Valentine's Day adventure is flashing back in my head right now.
Yeah.
Our Shadow Dark Valentine's Day, it's flashing back.
Well, Zur had a very high charisma, and he failed.
No, you didn't play Zer. You played Torg.
Well, Torg did not.
To be fair, I played like the worst person to try to seduce.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of the combat. Unless, is there anybody here who wants to track them down or hit them with long range, or do you want to? I know Rogal is usually into vengeance, so Rogal, do you want to do that?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, so combat's over. I'm going to switch
I
up
thought
the
that
music
the
here.
Lord of Blades was here or something like that. No.
No, it's the second in command, Glaive. I think.
Where's
Lieutenant.
Glaive? I thought he was here.
Yeah, we didn't see him.
You did not see Glaive. Nope.
Oh.
Mercy will tell you that the creature you killed, his name is Rend. This is Rend. He's an officer of Glaive.
Oh, we did kill something.
Can't wait to meet Slice.
Is that is his name a pun?
No, it's Rend.
Yeah, but like as in like to rend flesh.
I don't think
Quite
that's a pun.
purposefully, yes.
So it is a pun.
What's your
No.
intelligence, Rogal?
It's a.
Isn't it?
But my
Is it a
wisdom is
10?
+1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's got sayings. All right, so Mercy says to you all, thank you for saving the pilgrims here at Ayalos. We certainly would have been overrun.
Just want to say that if person like us, people like us, and robots like you can get together and
change.
change,
Rogal
if you
roll-
can change, and I can change, and maybe we all can change, and everyone in the valley can live together.
Yeah.
While he's saying this, I want to shrink down and see if there's anything I could steal from the ruins while everyone's staring at him doing the speech.
Sure. And immediately the Berlin Wall, the Wall of Fire falls.
Down.
There is nothing in the ruin to steal, though if you want to sneak back into the ossuary, you saw tons of artifacts there.
I'm very tempted myself.
Just as a reminder, last time when we played, she took you down to the ossuary, and you saw not only did they have like trinkets and things like that, but they had like artwork and all different sorts of like what maybe even culturally significant items to the Sirens down there. So it is something to maybe at some point to discuss or approach the topic. But
I want to grab.
Up to you.
I want to grab Amada's hand as she's trying to walk away, and just say, "My lady, amazing fighting out there," and give her 20 lay on hands.
Oh. Oh. Oh, thank you.
That's how we do it, baby.
We work
Excuse
together. It was Hieronymus's idea, and I walked back towards Mercy, and I just I want to say, Mercy, I want to encourage your kind to continue what you are doing. So I'm happy to work to save you and your pilgrims anytime.
She nods in affirmation, and Luke says, "So I have a question." And he kind of, as you were all kind of collecting back together towards the center of the ruined town, he says, "So those are different Warforged than you all, right?" And Mercy says, "They're not very different from us. However, their intentions are quite different. They follow the Lord of Blades. As I mentioned before, the Lord of Blades cares not for those of the flesh. If it were up to him, all of the Moorland would be in his control. We want to work peacefully with the Sirens. We have no quarrel with them."
Is there anything left behind of the dead Warforged? Hyrule was looking for this abundance of magic items that seems to be around.
They're not magical, they're mechanical. So, like, you've destroyed most of their bodies. They're not really usable. Maybe if you could take scrap metal, but I don't know that interests you at all.
How about
They do
the
have
riding crossbow?
They do have no, they don't have crossbows. They have like within their arm is like a bolt launcher, so like it's not really usable as a.
How about an arm bolt launcher?
You could take it, but may not be able to be used without the Warforged being awake.
Done.
This feels a little weird. This feels a little weird that you're trying to scavenge off of this Warforged. It's like, cutting up a corpse in front of all these people.
Bear has never seen these before. He does not view them as real creatures. They can't be saved by Hyperius. They are something put together for something else.
Wow. I thought you were our friend. How dare you?
Your god doesn't accept the souls of the Warforged.
Gasp.
They're new.
No, it's fine. So Mercy thanks you all and, prepares for the journey at this point. She says to you, "We should be going soon. If the Lord of Blades or Glaive wanted to take out Ialos, that means that they are almost prepared to launch the Colossus, Landro. We should hurry."
Okay.
All right, so she's going to get everything prepared. She does have the docent in her forehead, and she'll be prepared to go and maybe just take a short rest in an hour, and she'll be ready to go. Her Warforged that are here, the couple that are surviving, are going to stay and try to clean up the mess. Do you have anything you need to do before you leave? And what are we doing? Or do we need rests or anything like that?
Can we do a short rest? I lost a good chunk of health. I mean, the 20 HP was great. But that was a lot.
We can do a short rest. Yeah. Take any rolls that you need to, Amada.
Alright.
If we do a short rest, do we lose the temporary hit points, or?
You don't
Good
necessarily
question.
lose them, but we
You
could always
lose
hear
them.
another Brycene speech after a short rest.
I can always give a 10-minute inspiring speech. I can tell you all
Would you want me to
another
open for
harrowing
you?
tale of
Open for
How,
I
wait,
can
how
get
long
the
can
crowd
we-
ready.
Okay, I tried using the short rest function in D&D Beyond, and it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You have to
So you
pick hit
click
dice
short
and then
rest
roll
and then
it.
you
It's
click
I
Which-
did! It didn't do anything.
you click which dice, how many dice you want to roll.
Yeah,
and,
and I did the whole confirm thing.
and you said take short rest. I think you have to click the number. You have to click the dice. So I got 33 hit points.
Oh, okay.
3.
That can't be all of it.
I'm going to give a little speech where I talk about how I might be new to these creatures, but maybe they are as complicated as us flesh creatures. I don't know. I just really hated those ones we just killed. But I know who's gonna hype you all up. The one, the only, the Edmund Brycene. And I'm gonna give everyone else 11 hit points.
So
Who is
Darius,
not 6 of us.
who is it? Darius and
Darius, Mercy, and
Kingsport.
Kingsport all get 11. Right, there's no one else.
And I'm listening to a different speech from whom?
No, I come up and I tell a better speech. More inspiring speech.
It's just
Wow.
15 temporary points. It's all about the time. It's about the time Rogal didn't kill a hag and wanted to try and save it. But
Yep. Also, remember what the context was. This hag was stealing children and eating them.
yes. And
Hold on. I didn't want to let it go. I wanted it to bring us back to the village and let them deal with it.
Trial. A trial. Fair trial.
heroism. It was seducing sailors and stealing children and cooking them in a very large pot.
Are you telling us a story right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Well, we weren't the victims. Like those people were the victims. Like,
Those people hired us.
What
Rogal,
kind
your
of
voice-
world do you live in? What is
Rogal,
it?
your voice sounds so
not always
different.
Point north.
What do you mean? What they were the ones that deserved justice, and we could have given it to them.
Luke
We
says your
gave them
voice sounds
time.
so different, Rogal. What happened?
They
different
hired
is
us.
that, like we just.
No, your voice, he says. It sounds so different, Luke says.
I can't do it all the time. It's actually really hard.
Your fans want it,
okay.
Joey. Come on. The fans want it. Chat, let Joey know. We want the voice.
Rogal.
Rogal thought that I don't know why he's no, those people deserved to handle that hag however they wanted. We didn't have to kill her right there and then.
They
had
hired
to
us.
surrender.
Hung her and flayed her and ripped out her intestines and
Yes.
They hired us to deal with it as best we could.
So like, Rogal, your idea was for them to like
Wow.
kill the hag together in the village instead, like as a community activity?
Yes. It sounds like it, right?
As best you could. I would like
Yeah.
these effort-based quests.
The hag
Yeah.
is good enough.
These sound great.
I would have really
surrendered
liked
to
to
it.
have destroyed her with you.
I would have
True.
been happy to have helped you destroy it with us as well.
That way you can
You get-
stand in my fire. Just so you know.
Luke has a little aversion to that, actually, because remember, Luke was supposed to be burned alive as a tribute to the Frost Maiden. So when you say that, Luke is like, ooh, he's like he's really trauma coming back. So.
Wow. You guys have like a lot of history together.
Can I use illusion power to change the effect of my firewall to like a rainbow wall?
For a small section of it, 5 feet of it, yeah, you could.
All right, I'll do that for Luke.
How
next time.
inclusive.
Totally inclusive.
There you go. All right, so do you want to do anything else before we leave? Anything else you need to discuss or prepare?
I forgot my staff in the basement.
Oh my gosh, Hieronymus, let me help you look for it.
Can you help me look? It might have landed like on top of the shelf. I can't reach.
Oh yeah, I'll totally come with you.
This isn't some ploy to be alone, the two of you, correct?
No.
I turn to Mercy and I
Yeah.
say, I think they're hitting it off.
A partnership is born. I love it.
I will accompany you and be your chaperone.
All right, if you really want to.
I'm gonna summon my mage hand, invisible, as we walk.
Okay. You have yeah, right. It's invisible. Yeah, duh. Yeah, so you can summon Mage Hand. Yeah, that's fine. So you head down back into the ossuary. You see all the pieces of art and culture as well as trinkets galore, right? So it's pretty clear and apparent. I don't know who else is going. It sounds like it's just the two of you. But Mercy says to you that all of these items that we've collected throughout the Mornland, we brought them here to the ossuary so that they can be safe.
Yeah, I see that. It's super totes safe in here. You're doing a great job.
No one could possibly steal from us right under our noses.
Oh no, of course not. You're so good at all of this. You know that. You even have that whole docent thing to help you like look around and things as well. Like I mean, honestly, like what you're doing here is amazing. Could you like tell me a bit more about like how you get all the pilgrims to like come over here and like what kind of objects you're picking out here and all? I'm trying to distract her very much as I'm chatting her up.
And Hyro, completely with no thieving skills whatsoever, is completely oblivious. He's like looking, but he's looking for anything. He wants like something magical, but I don't have detect magic memorized, so I can't really.
All trinkets.
So I'm like, I remember you mentioned a ring, and that he's been fixated on a ring, so he's looking for that. Is there a ring I can get? If I have power.
So, Hieronymus, you want to see if you could find something here, right? Something magical?
So, I'm looking, I don't have detect magic, so I'm looking to see if I can guess if something's magical.
You don't know, but you said something like looking for a ring. You do see an iron ring etched with an angelic feather hanging from a silver chain on the wall. And as you're looking at eyeing this piece, Amada is talking to Mercy and somewhat distracting her. If you'd like to try to take it, you can with your invisible mage hand. It can give you a sleight of hand.
I'm gonna try this.
I'll give you advantage.
Dipping into the realm of thievery.
I'll give you advantage, essentially considering Amada as basically a distraction, like she's aiding you. So
we want like a dexterity?
It'd be a sleight of hand check with advantage. And while you're rolling that, Amada, Mercy's going to go on and continue to talk to you because you've engaged her in this conversation. So she'll continue.
Yeah, I want to hear all about it.
I got a 15.
Okay,
people
noted.
don't trust me, but they love talking to me.
I'll describe it in a second, Chris. So Amada, yeah, she continues and she says to you, I've been thinking a lot more about the other Sirens after meeting your kind and realizing that the humanoids are good-natured and not all of them want to see the good Warforged be killed and driven out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Something has been weighing heavily on my conscience.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like there's all sorts out there. Like, you know, if you want like official recognition and then try to like move it into, you know, here in what's left of Seer and all that. Like, you know, it's good to build up connections and all that. And like part of that is also showing that you got something to offer. Like, look, telling people, yes, you're sentient, yes, you deserve your own thing. That's well and good and all, but like nothing quite talks like money does. And you have all these artifacts here you gathered around Seer. And like, you know, you could do a bit of trade with like the Sirens and all that are left here. I don't know, it's something to think about. I mean, I'd love to help out.
Perhaps it could be used in a amicable way. Give it back to them in good faith. What has bothered me for many years is I've had a friend who fought with the humans, the Sirens, in the last war.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Filch.
What about you bothers you?
Oh, Rogal, I did not see you come down here to the ossuary.
Wow, Rogal, you're really...
You could if you want to.
If you really want to.
You enter into this conversation and you see Mata distracting Mercy, and in the background, this chain with a ring on it starting to float towards Hieronymus as his outstretched, tiny little grubby gnome hands extend upward. And it's successful, by the way, Hieronymus. She does not notice you. What do you do, Rogal?
I asked him what's bothering him.
Okay, if Regal is
Mercy?
now engaging with Mercy, I'm going to try to move over to Hieronymus a bit.
I'm gonna give her like the thumbs up.
Filch was a friend of mine. He fought with the humans in the last war. He went missing after a mission. I promised that I would search for him, but with all of the mourning happening, I was unable to go looking for my friend. I considered him, perhaps, as the humans would say, my best friend. And I've been so consumed with the pilgrimages and building up a place here for us Warforged that I forgot about him. It's been on the back of my mind for years. Perhaps some of the humans know where he is, and trading these goods could help find him.
This poor Warforce, her sob story is falling on very deaf ears.
So, Chris, no, not yours, Rogal. We know that. But Hieronymus, you get the ring.
Rogal hugs me.
Mercy will hug you back. She'll hug you back for sure.
I lean over to Hieronymus. So it looks like you didn't find that staff you're looking for. Do you want something else to help you with your spells? I got something.
What do you got?
You know what? I think this is just the wand for you. And I'm going to reach into my backpack and I'm going to pull out a wand and hand it to you. Just point that at one of your friends and it'll be all good.
Hara was like, it took our entire party 2 straight days of effort to make a single wand together, and we barely did it. And you're handing me this? He's like crying.
I mean, it's
just
a little thing. It's just a fun party trick.
Lady, what is this?
Amada.
Point it at Rogal.
You do that right away, like use it.
What is it?
What I gave you was a wand of scowls.
What is that?
You just have a bag of mundane.
She has a bag of, like...
You have a wand
I got
of scowls?
useless items all over.
I love it.
It's good. It's good.
So what does it do?
Oh, it shows everything here now, apparently.
Does this make me scowl?
Amada, can you read it for us, please?
Okay. Wand of Scowls. This one has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and target a humanoid you can see within 30 feet of you. The target must succeed on a DC 10 Charisma saving throw or be forced to scowl for 1 minute.
It's perfect. It's the perfect item for Hieronymus.
It's the perfect item to use on Rogal while he's being super, like... being so sympathetic, he's hugging Mercy right now. Rogal, make that check.
It's the best item ever.
Let's see if Rogal can fight off this scowl.
And charisma.
I do have some. Yeah, I like my charisma save is plus 15. I don't think I could fail.
You could wait, Rogal. Hold on. You could choose to fail.
I mean,
this is your buddy.
I don't think I choose to fail. I feel way too awkward.
Hyro's beside himself with her kindness to him.
Wait, Joey, is your save actually plus 15?
I get my charisma save to my charisma save.
So it's 5 plus 5, that's 10, and then your proficiency bonus
is 4, and I have a
plus. Oh.
What the hell?
But what's funnier, though? What's funnier?
It's very funny to
you gotta do it for the bit, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't
so
think
Rogal, either give me a saving throw or choose to fail it.
You sense a tingle coming from Hieronymus. You think it might be good.
If
So
I roll a 1, I fail.
Okay.
Oh god.
Wait, hold on.
Please roll one.
He's rolling. He's rolling.
Please roll a 1. Oh.
No.
Did it happen?
Doesn't matter. Hyro is so happy with this.
That's so far from a 1.
It's a
like okay,
34. 34. What's your saving throw? 34.
Yeah, let's roll 34.
Wow.
I do scowl for like a quick second. I'm just like, what?
So you did it. Good job, Hieronymus.
It's like a grumble.
You have to reproduce Hyro's scowl.
What?
I don't think anybody can.
Come on, Joey, do it. No, that's still upturn, man. It's gonna be totally downturn, upside
Yeah,
down.
but like I have like a dragon face, so like I don't even know like where. Like, can I scowl? Can I move my lips? Like,
Yeah, I think so. Well, either way, Hieronymus, you've got a ring. This is a ring of feather falling.
Whoa.
And Mata gave you the wand, so the wand is,
The wand
of course,
scowls.
the wand of
I love
scowls.
it.
So you got a couple of trinkets here. Mercy turns around and she says, I know this is what many humans do. They joke. This is called humor.
I guess.
Ha, 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 ha.
Rogal just looks annoyed.
Please, no more. I can't take any of it.
I was gonna start walking. Like,
Okay.
come on, blue lady. Let's get out of here. I can't find my staff.
Like I tell this robot as being like sarcastic. And does not actually find this is funny.
She might.
I think he was taking us for a ride.
Let's see here.
So yeah, make sure you add that to your character sheet now. Just
Doing
going
that.
I'm gonna put
my
some
God.
I'm gonna sow some tension here. One of the players has just texted me. And I'm not gonna tell you who.
Uh-oh. Well, hold on. We can just say like I mean, it wasn't me. Like I didn't do it.
I mean, we could all say that.
That's true. We can all take.
Joey, check your text.
Wait, what?
I mean, sorry, never mind. Later.
I didn't get any.
No, this is good. This is good.
Wait,
Don't
what
worry,
is
whoever you are.
this?
Paranoia. Feeling distress.
Whoever you are, don't worry about it. It's good. It's all good. All right, so we're here to get a rod of 7 parts, something like that. That's the story we're playing here tonight, right?
I thought
Good
this was
idea.
about
Let's do it.
going with robots.
Let's do it. So we're going to go back to the map here, and I said Landro is this one that's like kind of like slunk over on this mountain ridge in the map. Estelle, you've been to Landro before, obviously to document it, but anytime you've been there, I mean, it might have been like, I don't know, years ago at this point. You know, you haven't really, most of the Colossus are empty at this point. And Landro, you may not even had an interest in going into or haven't been able to, because it's kind of far away. So I'm not sure. You could decide. Have you been at Landro before?
I think I have. I've been here for 10 years. I might as well have.
Yeah.
At some point.
Also, all of the Colossi are pretty similar in their like structure. Most of them have an entryway into their heads. That's how you've ever gotten in. There's like an actual entrance in their heads. So we'll say that's how you've been. That's how you've gotten in there before. All right.
Yeah,
Let's
I do
do
all
it.
the climbing and everything.
Yeah, exactly. You have climbing gear and everything, etc. Okay, so let's do it. Landro. It takes you like most of the day to get to Landro, but with Mercy and Amada, you don't lose your way through this hellish landscape. When you get to Landro, though, you do see a few things that strike you as strange. I showed you a picture last time of the Colossi and what they look like. However, in this case, Landro looks a little different than that picture. In that picture I showed you, which maybe I should bring it up. That's pretty worthwhile, I think. It looks similar to the picture. Let me see if I could find it very quickly. We all know how good I am at finding pictures in Roll20.
I believe.
I believe
here it
gold
is.
Bob.
Thank you. I appreciate the support. Here we go. So I brought this picture up to you last time. You can see it's this towering Colossus, this almost like a mech, a Jaeger, transformer, etc. This looks like it would be like a bipedal walker, and it's got all these spikes and bits hanging off of it. It was ready for war. It was a machine of war. Warforged would have been piloting these back in the last war. And you notice in the picture, right, in the one you saw earlier, there are like birds perched on it and pooping all over it. It looks as though the thing is rusted and you know, kind of like old, almost like a ruin itself. This one looks a little different. You see that there are no birds perched on it. There are no birds in sight. In fact, the machine doesn't look nearly as old as the other Colossus you saw in passing. It looks like it has been maintained. It also, you can feel and almost sense like a faint hum coming from it, as if the machine has awakened. It doesn't move. It is perfectly still as it is in this picture. But Landro also has its arm. It looks like one of its arms has been damaged, and it is like crashed into the mountain face. You do notice tons of rubble as well by the bottom. This rubble looks old. It's not new. And Amada, you would have recognized that this has always kind of been here. But yeah, you've never sensed it this way. So how do you approach this place?
Okay, so my recommendation, because we don't know, it's all hostile territory. We might want to be a little bit sneaky here. How many of you are sneaky?
I'm actually kind of sneaky.
I think at that moment I trip over something and make a noise with my armor.
And I yell at him, "What's wrong with you, you fool?"
That is,
So
I'll guard the rear.
Oh,
I'm
never been
pretty
a strong
sneaky.
boy.
Kevin is not.
I have a +5 in my sneaky.
What does
Nice.
that mean?
And you
That doesn't
don't
make
have
any sense.
disadvantage?
Hey, what does that mean?
No,
What do you
disadvantage.
mean?
I'm just wearing a breastplate. I'm not wearing I'm wearing medium armor.
-1 and disadvantage, so I will.
I don't understand. I don't understand what you guys are talking about. All these pluses and minuses. +5. What does that even mean, Rogal?
Oh.
We
Rogal,
We have a relative scale.
I'm
We
pretty
compare things.
I've learned a thing or two since I've dropped some of my.
glad to see my influence has rubbed off a little bit on you.
I'm glad to see mine has rubbed off on you when you gave that speech about how we can all change.
Only a little
He didn't mean it.
bit.
Luke looks
I'm
up to the
slowly
sky.
remembering the lessons that I learned in Icewind Dale about how to serve not just elf and man, but all the people, all the time, everywhere.
I said it better myself.
Luke looks to the sky. He has pretty keen eyes and perception. Does anybody else have a pretty high passive perception, higher than like 15 or so?
Nope. No wisdom in this party.
What is this word of which you speak?
Well, Luke looks to the sky, and you could see like horror in his eyes, and he grabs like Edmund and Rogal, and he says, "Look to the sky, the Frost Maiden."
Huh?
Look,
It's a lady.
No, like really?
Yeah, he says that like with the utmost like sincerity. He's dead serious.
Oh, real?
You look to the sky. You want to see what he's pointing at?
To be honest, we all just looked
I'll
up.
look.
I'm
I'm not gonna fail a
I
stealth
want to
check
see this
looking
maiden
at
in the sky.
I had to say
Impossible.
that.
We all just look at our feet.
Yeah,
Sorry, everybody. Yeah.
My God.
My bad.
Impossible. What could
No,
you
I-
possibly mean?
Listen,
Honest, your feet are
That's
huge
crazy.
for how big your body is.
That's what she said.
You
I see
you
everyone's
all-
paying attention.
you all looked up.
We both look at her.
It's funny. You all looked up, but then he said that comment about Hieronymus' feet, so now you all look down again. But up, down, up, down. Oh, there it is. And Darius is like, "Look at that!" And then Kingsport says, "Johnson, look at Austin Powers.
What?
Come on
Austin
now,
Powers.
come on now." You look up at the sky, and Rogal and Edmund probably would recognize this immediately, but it is a giant rock, a bird soaring through the sky, just like that of Oriel the Frost Maiden. However, the rock perches itself on top of the mountain, just to the left of Landro's body. You can see it does not perch on top of Landro itself. It chooses to perch right on the mountainside. It doesn't seem to notice you, but it is scanning the area. And Luke says, "Hide."
I will hide.
Yeah.
Yes, it would probably be very wise for us to hide. Also,
So
be very careful not to touch Landro. It seems that every creature around here does not want to touch Landro's body. It seems there may be something mystical, mechanical, or magical protecting its carapace. It's very, very clear that the rock could have landed right on the corpse.
It says not before we hide.
roll your stealth checks.
Just detailing these things out as this like head is turning towards you slowly.
Oh, Hyro climbs up inside Blue Lady's skirt.
Oof.
Wait,
Is
what?
Amada wearing a skirt? I don't even know.
No.
Her armor, right? Whatever.
I have armor.
Her
It's not a
cloak.
skirt.
He crawls up into her cloak.
Oh, you're under my cloak. Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to smack you there.
I am purposely staying away from the rest of them.
Okay.
Look at these
Minimum
stealth
20 on
rolls.
stealth.
Look at all that.
All right.
Yeah, you rocked it.
All right. The only one that rolled really low was Kingsport.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see.
Dragging us down here. Oh my goodness.
I know,
Okay.
Nate did
Must
pretty
roll
bad.
really high.
I was gonna say, Barrick doesn't want Kingsport to take all the blame. Barrick rolled a 6.
Kingsport rolled I believe a 4.
Together, we are double digits.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Kingsport rolled a 4. Luke rolled a 12. Mercy rolled a 14. And Darius rolled a 17. So the NPCs did pretty well except for our friend here. So just to clarify, the Rock's passive perception is 14. We usually do group checks. You have to have a majority of the party getting above passing that. So you need a 15 is really the number because 14 would be a failure. So Luke failed, surprisingly. Kingsport failed. Barrick failed. That's 3 party members, correct?
Oh.
So Kingsport, Luke, and Barrick. That's 3. And that means there are 1, 2, plus 4, 6. So 6 out of 9 passed, which is a majority. So you rush up to the edge of the mountains, kind of like the foot of the mountains. You find little crevices and cracks to hide in between. Kingsport, little slower because he's like waddling over, but eventually Rogal grabs him.
I'm like grabbing him and like just like using whatever like success that I had to like help them like pass us through this.
Kingsport and I perhaps bump into each other, fall over into a hiding place.
Yeah, exactly. And eventually everybody gets to a sort of a hiding spot, and you hear the rock kind of crow out into the distance, the sound echoing, and the rock flies off. It seems like this thing is kind of patrolling, looking for food, so it may be back. You can't tell. I don't know if anybody has any expertise with this, maybe nature or something, but if you get the sense that even though you don't maybe know what it is, just based on general idea of what the birds might be doing, it's looking for food.
Yeah, I mean, is there rocks in Illustria?
Yeah, that would exist in Illustria. I don't know that you've come across them, but they would exist.
And would I know if they are tameable?
Oh, God, no. No, they are gargantuan monstrosities.
So I guess I'm wondering why it would be patrolling an area if it's
For food.
not tameable.
It's not tameable. It looks like it's maybe looking for food.
It's patrolling
okay.
as if like a regular bird would patrol looking for.
Yeah,
Like
like
when
an eagle
they
would
do, like,
soar
the
overhead
circle.
and look for something.
I hear it now. I guess patrol makes me think there is some sort of intent on guarding as opposed to looking for food. But
I got you.
We can move on. Okay.
These things are actually massive, though. Like they are, they're gargantuan creatures. So they are as big as like dragons. They are huge, and they
Oxar?
are known. What's that?
Rock? As in
It's
like,
called a rock. ROC.
Yeah, like aren't there like horses that fly or something like that?
That's
No.
a hippogriff.
Like half eagles? No,
Pegasus?
they're different.
I put a picture in the chat here so you can see it. It is it's a massive like bird. They can sometimes look more raven like depending on the the setting, but generally speaking, they're like a massive bird. They prey on things like whales and elephants.
Whales.
Yeah, in Icewind Dale, Oriel the Frost Maiden rides a rock through the night sky, and she feeds it whales. So
we have met someone who did tame one once, but
that's true. She was a goddess.
They were kind of a god.
Yeah. Let's see. Rogal, you got a pretty high stealth check, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Who had the highest stealth check? Was it Rogal and...
Rogal and Edmund.
Rogal and Edmund. The two of you hide in a particularly wide nook. You look at it, actually, and you realize that this nook that has been there is actually been... There is a tunnel that connects into this one. It goes deeper into the rock cave. R-O-C-K, rock cave. Not a rocks cave. Man, that's confusing. Yeah. It goes further into the mountain. Sorry.
So we go further into the mountain. Okay, cool.
Yeah. We see the danger. We proceed.
You want to go in? Yeah.
I mean, unless Mercy has anything else to say about this.
She says, I'm analyzing with the docent right now. It seems as though Landro has been activated. There's some sort of force field preventing us from accessing it.
Let's explore the cave.
Let's hope that there is a way to turn it off externally.
If there is, the docent will find it. I'll be scanning continuously as we move through the tunnels.
Fantastic.
All right, I'm going to move us to one more map here. I'm just going to put our tokens here first. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to do that real quick, but as we go through it, just give me a quick update. We took a rest? Is everybody at full health? We have spells?
Yeah.
How are we doing here?
Full health?
Full health.
What about spells?
Great shape.
What about spells, Hieronymus? You
I
have
have all my spell slots.
I'm good to go.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, all but
We
two.
really haven't broken a sweat.
Oh.
Well, I had those 20 points of lay on hands, but
Okay. All right, that's okay. Maybe.
I didn't cast a single spell, so.
Just a small sweat. Okay, here we go. I'm going to switch us over to this last map here. Landro. All right, we're at the bottom here. You follow the rock formation, this little tunnel, in further, and it opens up into almost like an entryway cavern. The jagged mountainsides here resemble a yawning maw. Warped stalactites droop at odd angles, like monstrous fangs. A shallow stream of thin gray liquid dribbles from the hole. Inside the cave, darkness awaits.
ugh, this place is gross.
Bear cast dancing lights.
Dancing lights, okay, great.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that going.
I'll just say it kind of swirls around you. The few points will be like in a square around you.
Yeah,
Mercy?
just kind of out around me.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Mercy, do all Warforged have like a ability to see in the dark?
That's a good question, actually. I don't know. I don't know. Let's find
This
out.
seems like an important question to ask before you go in with a bunch of light or not.
That's true.
I mean, I definitely need some light.
Yeah.
I actually don't see dark vision, so no, they do not.
I have my hood lantern out. Can I have
Sure.
it in my shield hand? Or
Technically, no. I mean,
Okay.
if it were combat, I would say you'd have to just drop it, but if it's not combat, I don't mind that.
My lights will make everything dim. It'll essentially give us basically 30 feet of dim light, but
I'll
not
cast
bright
light on Barrick's breastplate.
Oh,
Excellent.
okay.
Oh
So we've
my
got
gosh,
dancing
Ragal,
lights.
Are you like super blind here? Do you need a light?
yes.
Yes.
I got you. I'm going to reach onto my coat, and I'm going to fiddle around with it until I find a little patch that I want.
I'm just sort of like amused.
What?
And I put on from my coat, I pull off a bullseye lantern and I hand it to Rico.
But now I have 2 lanterns.
Here you go.
Maybe Edmund can, or you don't want it. You have dark vision. I guess we don't need the second bullseye lantern though. Unless you want to take it, Amada.
Like before I have the chance to return it, like
I just
walks away.
I just give it to you like with such confidence and walk away. And I'm just like, I'm so helpful.
That sounds about right.
Just
So,
like, sort of know what to do.
So let's do this then. So we've got dancing lights that are going to be projected a little further, so that'll help you a little bit, Nate.
I have
give
an
you a
idea.
little more
I
perception.
go over to Kingsport. Put like
Yeah,
a
he could-
handle on his beak,
Sure, he can hold the lantern for sure. Yeah.
and then I pet him.
So,
To be fair,
Varric is
Luke-
emitting a 20-foot radius light.
Yeah. And to be fair, Luke and Darius also need light, so if you want one of them to hold it, it's fine. Darius,
I really
Actually
want
would-
Kingsport to hold. This is
all
gonna
right,
be-
Kingsport can hold it. He actually has blind sense, so he doesn't even need it, but yeah, he'll hold it. He'll hold it. All right, so we've got light sources, barracks plate, the dancing lights, two bullseye lanterns, and we are ready to enter the cave here. Now, the first thing you notice, I see Barrack and Rogal, your tokens moved up to the gray little streams there. You see these like gray liquid. It's like a thick liquid too. It doesn't look like water. It's dribbling from this cave entrance.
I want to poke at it with my my quarterstaff.
I want to
Does it
investigate
look
it.
like mercury? By any
Yeah,
chance?
I would say so. Actually, yes, it does look like that, like modern, like what we might resemble as mercury. Yeah.
Quicksilver.
Can I tell if it's something natural or mechanical being on this planet?
I'm going to go ahead and say that is not possible. You have never seen nor would have seen something like this, would have heard about it.
Cool.
Yeah. And I think that goes for everybody.
Does mercury poisoning? Does not,
Yeah, how long does that take?
Googling it? I don't know.
I guess.
Can I investigate this liquid at all?
Yeah, you can. You can give me an investigation check. Yeah.
I guess that wouldn't count.
15.
How do you investigate it? Are you looking at it? Are you getting close to it? Are
Do
you
you
touching
drink
it
it?
with something?
Get up close, like crouch down, and kind of give it a sniff from distance. And I'm
Nope.
also bringing Darius with me because Darius is like he knows a lot about this. He makes potions. It's like,
Yeah, he
stuff
does.
like that. Yeah.
He
So we're
clears his
looking at the
throat.
viscosity, the flow, the color.
It's a very
vibes.
viscous liquid, Father Helios.
It
Brother
reminds me
Helios.
of a liquid I saw in a children's story, Ghostbusters 2.
He says, it doesn't look natural to me, I must say. I don't think this is something that is being excreted by the cave.
Perhaps it's from the giant robot.
Perhaps it's the blood of the robot.
Maybe this leads into the backside of it. Perhaps it's a way we
Oh,
can
maybe.
get around the force field.
Mercy
Perhaps
says...
You think it's giant robot diarrhea? You said backside. Just.
It is
You're
not.
really cherry picking certain words there to really fit
Said
your
it-
doo-doo narrative.
You said it came out the backside.
I said perhaps it came out of a giant robot, and this cave leads to the backside. Then
Yes.
we could go in.
Mercy
Yes,
says
it's more like
it is not...
entering a butthole.
That's all I'm
you wanna
hearing.
go
Yep.
there.
It is not the
Nice.
blood of the machine. I can confirm that.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
Good to know.
Never mind.
Would have I ever seen anything like this in Icewind Dale? I sort of want to look over my notes.
You have never seen something like this. And Nate, your 15 investigation, right? That's what you got?
Mhm.
You don't gain anything else, but you just, after watching it flow, it moves very slowly. So, like, it's not like water, very viscous, thick, and you feel like you could probably, easily hop over this, like, no issues escaping it.
Is this
it
like
doesn't
the
move
end
fast.
of its flow? Like it's just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
I gotcha.
Yep. Shall we carry on? Luke says.
Yeah.
I think we should
Yes.
avoid this puddle, though, and he hops over it
Okay.
with ease.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so this
Do we
next part
smell
of the...
any,
Sorry,
like,
Joey, go ahead.
funny- So do we smell anything funny as we get in the cave? Like, are there any like gases or?
You don't smell anything outside of like the dankness of the cave. This fluid that's on the ground does not have I wouldn't say it has a smell to it,
That's it.
but maybe it looks like oily. If I were to describe it a little more, it looks oily. So maybe it does have some sort of like an oily smell to it, but it's not overbearing, if anything. And you get into this chamber up ahead, and you can see that there's actually corpses on the floor. So let me just show you where they are. There's a corpse here, right here, and right here. There are 2 human corpses.
Do I recognize them at all?
No, you don't, but I will tell you they are bearing weapons, including armor, and all look to be in good condition. Like they are not beaten up or old or rusted. They lie there though on the floor.
Like, how do they look like they died? Like any wounds or?
No, none that you can tell. But if you'd like to investigate their bodies, you could.
Yeah,
And
I'll
anybody
do
that wants to can.
Definitely like
Go
to
ahead.
investigate one of their
Yeah.
bodies.
Go for
I
it.
want to specifically
Definitely.
look at their feet and hands and see if they I see evidence that they touched whatever this liquid is.
I side eye you as you try to get to their feet. Like, really?
What are our totals here?
Maybe they stepped in it.
I roll terribly.
I got 11.
11. Anybody get pretty high?
I got a 19.
Okay. Edmund, you look at the bodies along with the rest of the people. Nobody can really tell. Their bodies are not in the flow of this liquid. However, you notice that they have a strange powdery residue that is settled all over their bodies. You also notice that these people are wearing the symbols of the Siren nation. Looks like they are dressed for the last war. I would say, Amato, you don't even need to roll that. You would get that no matter what. But after learning a little about this place, Edmund, you noticed that too, that they are wearing the Siren, their symbols. And then also, you can tell that these bodies look like they have been preserved. They don't look like they are long dead, but yet they do look like they have met their demise long ago, based on the like I said, their positioning and everything like that. It looks like they probably died and have been preserved here. Their bodies are preserved very, very well.
Yeah, so perhaps something within this cave has preserved their bodies. This weird powder might be of some significance to why their bodies have been preserved, or but
You would
they
guess
are-
so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They are quite old. It's been quite a time. Perhaps they sought refuge in this cave during a fierce battle with the large robot. What kind of weapons or attacks did the large mechanical creature use on people? Do you
The
have any
Colossus,
knowledge
you
of
mean?
that, Mercy? Yeah, the Colossus. Do you have any knowledge of how it would have attacked or fought against people?
Yeah, she does. She'll just kind of, I'll summarize it for you. Basically, these creatures have very powerful armaments. They have like the equivalents of like ballistas and trebuchets, that sort of thing, but more mechanical in nature. Things that could easily topple a castle wall or a fortified keep, something like that, very, very quickly. They also have strong hand-to-hand prowess. Again, it depends on the pilots, and it takes a crew to do it.
Would they have used some sort of chemical warfare in their attacks? Would they have sprayed or fired some sort of material out? And
Not to her knowledge. No, not to her knowledge.
Do worry that perhaps that's what this powder was and how they died, and what they sought refuge from in this cave. But
Yeah.
if it's not something that they were known for.
Not to her knowledge. No, she says that she doesn't believe that that's a capability of the Colossus. She says, but we should move on. The docent doesn't sense any magical items or things like that, and it seems that we should leave these Syrian veterans to rest. Perhaps on the way out, we can move them.
Or we may have to inform the other Sirens of their position.
And perhaps they are not truly dead.
Yeah, I wanted to call Rogal and Darius over, and then take my dagger and scrape some of the white stuff off.
I come
one of the
over as
bodies.
well because I feel left out. What's going on?
Thank you for your support, and Amana. Yeah, I just want to scrape some of the white stuff off with my dagger. Kind of look at Darius and see what it does. I don't know.
He doesn't know, but he doesn't know, but he looks at it and he sees it, and he says, "It's possible that this is residue from the gray matter."
I see.
What's
The
I
river.
think yeah.
This gray liquid.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, we're not gonna touch it. So I'll just dump it off.
Yeah.
I had Rogal nearby in case there was a con saving throw in the mix.
Right.
I sort of feel
Now-
used.
You're being used.
You're
yeah. Now,
so
I also-
powerful,
I was like,
Rogal.
why does he want why does he want my
s-
opinion on this?
I aspire to have your,
Don't go
your
too
strength
far
of
away.
save.
Stay within 10 feet of me.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
move.
Yeah.
Move your
Just
tokens where
all-
you'd like to go.
We put Rogal in the middle, and we all just move around. in the middle.
Like a football huddle.
Oh my gosh, guys, there's 2 different paths. Which one should we do?
If you want, you could split up
You can
and
peek up here.
cover more ground that way.
Goodness knows we have a big enough party for it.
And split up into 2. Send all the NPCs that way.
What do you mean they're all dead?
Okay, I grab Kingsport and
Luke
Luke.
and Kingsport and Darius and Mercy go that way.
By the
You
way,
know, I'll
Kingsport
Go this way.
Kingsport cannot see the little river that's flowing here, so he's almost always about to step in it.
I pick him up. I hold him underneath
Okay.
my armpit.
Isn't
Luke.
he like 5 feet tall? So you keep saying you hold it, but I love picturing Rogal just
Yeah.
He's medium. He's a medium.
I am +4 strength. Like I don't know.
You could carry
No,
him. You could carry him.
Rogal's also
looks
only
good.
like Rogal's like what, 6'9", so he's got.
Is he?
I'm like but I'm hunched over all the time.
Well, it's the imagery is really what we're all looking here for. You
Yeah.
know.
it's
Yeah.
adorable.
All right.
But I do ask Luke, and I can split up with Luke real quick to go to the side, and then you guys go the other way.
I think we should just stay together and all go to the right.
If it's me and 2 NPCs, we can. It won't be so bad.
I ask Rogal up ahead. Do you see a way of avoiding that river? It doesn't look like the.
Can I hop over this?
So the river does bend in an in a somewhat annoying way for you, because yes, it takes up a majority of that passageway. So you'd have to make like an athletics check or an acrobatics check to avoid stepping in it or landing in it. So it's up to you. I don't know if you want to.
I can.
Wait,
I
we think
figure out
this
what-
is. Wait, we think this is runoff from the machine itself.
Yes.
Why don't we? Then shouldn't we just follow the water then?
I jump over it.
Didn't
Okay, give
Mercy
me an
say
athletics
specifically
check.
it's not? She knows
got
it's
a
not.
You said it's not the blood.
Not the
She
blood.
said it's not the
And
blood of the
I'm
creature.
holding Kingsport.
You didn't say.
So
it
you're holding
wasn't-
Kingsport. So give me
But it's the
disadvantage on the
sweat.
check.
Disadvantage.
or the poop, as you said.
All right, disadvantage.
Again, I feel like putting words in my mouth.
The 16 pass.
It does. You hop to the other side.
Whew. What do I see?
You can see a long passage that meanders. The river itself goes into a smaller crevice that you cannot follow. It eventually just tightens up too much, but it goes deeper into the mountain. So that's where that goes. To the right, though, you can see the longer passageway. Like I said, it's kind of like a bottleneck. So it goes and continues further. You do assume that it does connect with this passageway here. You can move your token if you'd like.
I don't jump back over, but I do sort of I wonder if that wouldn't be wise to just yell.
Eric runs ahead and goes, "Okay, we did it."
Wait, what?
What?
You have to jump over.
These do connect. Now that you can see Barrick, if you go further up, they do connect.
Yeah, like I'm like trying my best to like talk, like whisper quietly, like, yeah, there's like a hallway over here.
And
my
real
gosh,
quick,
we all met
As
everyone,
I turn around, I see all of you.
before you go too far here, though, before you go too far here, before you, hold on, before you go too far here.
Where's the tripwire?
No,
Where
no
do the
tripwire,
rocks
but
fall?
no tripwire. But go back a step, Edmund. This path to the south that you are passing here, you hear a noise.
Oh.
You can hear a noise of something like beating against like some sort of a door, whether it's like an iron door or something. It sounds metallic. Something beating against like an iron door to the south here. You can hear it over and over again.
Like a thumping, like a knocking, and it's like a rhythmic sort of
Like
thing?
a
or is
thumping. It is not rhythmic. It's sporadic, but it is clearly loud down to the bottom,
Okay, so
the south.
yes, I'd say, hold up, everyone. There appears to be something further to the south here. Some sort of thumping, or perhaps a door. This cave offers many mysteries.
A door in a cave. Wow.
Luke says, what
Fancy.
do you think it could be? What would be down here?
Perhaps there is a door, or perhaps there is a latch to the large colossus.
Perhaps it is the
Let us
latch.
investigate.
Yeah. Now, don't move
Hatch,
your
that's what-
tokens too
not a
far
latch,
down.
A hatch.
Yeah. You can move down, Edmund. You can go down. If everybody wants to, you can probably see on my screen like you're in two separate paths. So it's fine if you want to go down this way. Just be careful, because if you go too far and you find something you shouldn't, then I will tell you that you have to. We're going to start initiative or something like that down there, just in case.
Let's
wherever your tokens are.
go.
You know what?
Lana, it seems these don't connect. Perhaps we should stay together as one.
I go with Edmund, and Icewind Dale forever, baby.
Down towards the bottom, you see a door. It's almost like a patchwork metal sheet door. You hear the pounding against it.
Are there someone
It's like,
trapped in there trying to get out, or
Do you want me to bust down the
we're
door?
trapped out here and need to get in there? Let's. Does this door have some sort of handle, or
it does have a handle. It looks like you could turn it.
Is there a lock?
You don't see one.
One way to find out.
Now that we're closer, can we hear anything more clearly, or
Give me a
try to
perception
discern
check.
Anything?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I say out loud, does anyone think they can hear anything or figure anything out more clearly? As I roll a 9.
You don't.
Trying
And
to
as you
encourage
say that,
others.
the thumping stops. Stops.
Oh.
My bad. I'll get my whisper voice next time.
Concerned that they might have heard, whatever's on the other side may have heard you, but
Hey,
What I'm
I,
guessing.
kick
go up to
open the
and
door. It'll be really funny.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Kick open the door. It'll be really funny.
I don't plan on kicking open the door.
I
will
kick open the
be
door.
A little bit more subtle about that. And
I
bang
kick
on
it
the
open.
door and I say, Icewind Dale police, open up! And I turn the door. Oh
Your jurisdiction.
And then I close the door.
You open it up, and you can see three horrifying monsters. You thought you had a bad hunchback, Rogal. These things got you beat by a lot. These large monstrosities, they look humanoid, but they have like bulging pustules all over their body. They look like they're the hunchback from Notre Dame, sort of like that big hump on their back, and they've got these bulging yellow eyes. They attack, and we're going to see you next week for episode 4.
God.
It looks like they can't get through the door. Looks like
It's a pretty big door.
Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll be back in 1 week.
Fomorians.
This one is going to go probably longer than the other chapter, so 5 episodes probably for this one. Next week will not be the finale, but we will certainly be keeping you updated on the schedule. Check the description for our social media, Discord, all that stuff. If you'd like to support the channel, you can support it through Patreon. That's probably the best way. There's also links to Ko-fi, and YouTube memberships are also another way to support the channel and all the things we do here. We hope you enjoyed watching us play this crazy game tonight. I sure did. I love this group. I'm happy it's going to continue on for a little bit longer. We got to see the conclusion here. What happens to Landro? What happens to the Warforged? And of course, where is Glaive? Who is Glaive? What is Zardarok? We have to find out next week. Have a good night, everybody. See you on the
Good
tabletop.
night.
Right.